What's up? Peace and love, peace and love. So we back again, man. We back again. And this time I want to talk about how to determine whether we living on a flat earth or a round earth. Now, the only reason I'm coming with this video is because I actually have some insight and I actually have a method which I think will actually help prove whether we on a ball, a round earth, or a flat earth. And then I'm gonna add some caveats to that. So the first thing, I got my Remarkable right here. So this is my Remarkable. I don't know if y'all know about the Remarkable, but it's basically like digital paper. And this thing helps me stay, I guess organized. It helps me easily get notes, track a whole bunch of data in one location. It's infinite paper. So I was drawing on here. Let me get a little bit closer on, and I'm gonna redraw this for y'all. But I'm about to show y'all how. Go ahead and tag Elon Musk in this. Go ahead, tag the billionaires in this, because they are the ones who can actually test this. They are the only ones who can run the experiment that I'm about to show, because this costs money. But let's say we're gonna look at this here right here, and I'll draw it again. But let's say we're living on the earth, on the round earth. Let's say this is the equator. So I mean the North Pole. We got the N up there for North Pole, and I hope y'all can see that. We got the N up there for North Pole, right? And then we got the South down here for the South Pole. Then we got here East and West. All right, and let's just say we took a snapshot. The Earth is not rotating; it's still right now. Well, if you put someone on the east side over here, and then you put someone on the west side over here, in order for the person on the west side to get to the North Pole, they would literally have to walk directly north. Because if you was on a map and you was on a ball, and let's see here. If you was on a ball, and let's say you was on this the west side, right? We got the equator right here, but you're on the west side. If you wanted to go north, you would literally have to go straight north, one location. Okay? Even if you was on the other side, even if you was on the other side of this ball, and you was on the east side of the ball, you got the equator here. The E is for east, and then we got the North Pole up here. To go to the North Pole, you would literally have to go one direction, north. So on a globe, in order to go to the North Pole, the only direction you would have to go is north. You don't have to go northeast, northwest, southwest, or anything like that. Now, on the flip side, if we were on a sphere, or a flat plane, well, we would have to look at the plane like this right here. It would be that, let's say this is a dome, this is the sky, but the earth is flat. And if we look on the earth from up top, then we'll be looking at from this point, looking down. So let's go look at it. Looking down here, we would say, hey, we're in the sky right now. So you guys' view is in the sky. And we would say the earth is a circle. So we looking from the sky. One side is east and one side is west. Well, if you was to start walking directly north from the west side of the map of the globe, or the flat plane, you would actually have to walk. If you started west, you would have to go in a northeast direction, because you would have to be going up and over, because this is the absolute north. And if you was on the east side of the plane, you would have to travel northwest. If you was to stand on the absolute most east part of the plane and went directly north, not going around, because on a globe you would have to actually go around. Let's draw that on a globe. Let's see here. Let's draw the globe again. This is the globe. All right. We got the North Pole. We got the South Pole. We got East, and we got West. But remember, the Earth is round. So if this thing spins, okay? So if you wanted to go directly north, you would actually just have to go up like this, and you would be going in one direction, north. You would not be traveling northeast, northwest, or anything. And you can see that here in our first one. You're on the absolute west side. You go north, you're only going up. You're only going up north. But if Earth was a plane and you was on the west side, to go directly north, not go around and curve. We're not talking about going around, because really from here to here is a straight line. This is a straight line. It's a straight line. The line potentially curves, but you're walking in a straight line, because you have to go across the curved surface of the earth. But if you're on a plane, there is no, this is a border. This is not a surface here. This curved edge is not a surface of the earth. This would be a boundary of the plane. And so to walk directly north, you would literally have to walk in a northeast direction, and you would get directly to the North Pole. So the experiment is this. The experiment is, we need to get the millionaires, or the people with the money, to choose a side on east or west. It really doesn't matter on the globe where you go. It's just get to the equator and walk directly north, and you will hit the North Pole. But if this is a plane and you start if this was a plane and you just pointed yourself directly at the North Pole, like literally face the North Pole. If I was standing here and I looked toward the North Pole and start walking that way, that would mean I would be walking in a northeast direction, which would confirm that the earth is actually a plane or flat. Because if I was standing on the west side of the earth and looked at the North Pole directly here, right there, and started walking, well, then you will run straight into the North Pole. But you will be traveling in a northeast direction, right? Because you're going in a diagonal. That means you're going up and over. So you're doing this. You're going up, but you're also going over at the same time. So that would be northeast. And then from the other side, you will be going up and then over, and that would be northwest. You see? But on a sphere, if you stood directly at the equator and looked directly north and start walking that way, the only way to walk would be north. You wouldn't be doing this or this, because that's not going to lead you to the North Pole. So that's the experiment. Put it out there. Come on, put it out there. Challenge the billionaires to go ahead and prove once and for all, is the earth flat or not? Because that's the litmus test right there on whether the earth is flat or round. Now, let me go ahead and tell you give you a caveat on my understanding. I'm one of the people who actually can hold two ideas in their head at the same time and it not be a contradiction. Because I understand the mental realm of our reality, right? I understand that I can hold thought forms in my mind that are flat. They're essentially, and to be honest, this is a 100% truth. I had a very in-depth experience, a very spiritual experience where I was actually communing with the deity Ganesha. And to show you how I know this was a real experience is because I actually, the things that he was communicating to me in that experience, that out of body experience, that other dimensional experience, I actually came back, and if I can, I bought these 3 books here. And I had not read these books beforehand. I got these books after I had the experience because I was interested. And I'm telling you, everything that Ganesha had said in the experience that I had with him was in this Ganesha Purana. And what I found out, this is the Ganesha Purana, the volumes. But what I found out is a lot of people pay homage to Ganesha plenty, but they have not read the Ganesha Puranas. I'm talking even the Indians. They never read the Qur'an. They read the Mahabharata, all these other Puranas, but the Bhagavad Gita, all these, but they don't read. I've never read her. I've never met anyone that read the Ganesha Puranas. Me personally, I never even heard anyone talk about it online. All right. On a YouTube video or anything, but I got these books after having an experience and a other world dimensional experience where I was stuck with him and he was talking to me telepathically. And one of the things that he said was, this reality is flat. This reality is flat. And while I was in there, I kept doing this, and I was compacting something down, and it kept getting flatter and flatter and flatter, and he continually said, no, flatter, flatter. And I kept compounding as far as my mind could possibly think flat, and he still said, no, this reality is even flatter than that. And he kept saying, pound it, flat. So I believe that maybe the unseen aspect of this world is a plane of existence, and therefore, like data in a computer, it's like a car in a computer. There is no real car in a computer. If we look at the computer, we see, even now you got, where you can manipulate images in 3D, so you can turn them around and see them from a third dimensional aspect, but however, it's still nothing there. It's absolutely nothing. It's flat and infinitely flat, if you will. And so that's what he showed me. But at the same token, humans or entities straddle multiple worlds, right? So in this physical world, we know that things are like round. Here in this world, things are round. The sun is round. Like the earth is round. We know that because things in here we're able to grasp these things. Now, the reality of what actually exists in this world is beyond it, because we know that physics say that even though it seems like my hand is touching this coin, they saying that there's still some space in between that, but we cannot rationalize that because we don't live and we don't readily, participate in that aspect of reality. And so I just wanted to say that I believe that both communities are right. I believe the physical earth is round, but the more mental aspect in reality of this earth is more of a plane. and whence I'm a plane walker. We can walk in our minds to different planes of existence in different dimensions of reality. But in this physical world, if we wanted to decide if we was actually on a flat earth or a globe, run the experiment. Run the experiment, and look, it's right here. And if I'm missing something, please tell me, because it's just simple. It's simple. Rewatch the video again. If you didn't get it, rewatch it again. But I'm sure you'll start to see like, whoa, this is an excellent. And guess what? They probably not gonna run an experiment because they know for definitely it's gonna end the feud. In this world, they need duality. This is a world of duality. So it's always amazing that someone believe in God and someone don't. Someone believe it's a flat earth, someone don't. Someone gonna vote for Republican, someone's gonna vote for Democrat. Some people gonna be boys, some people gonna be girls. Some girls think they boys, some boys think that. This is the world of duality. So it's only right that people gonna believe different things, but most of the time the truth lies somewhere in the middle. So if anybody, important is catching this video, please send this to the people the powers that be, and have them run the experiment. It's an experiment that can be ran by people with money. They got satellites and all type of stuff. They know whether, if they really got satellites, they know whether it's a flat earth or not, but they can come out with a definitive answer. And I would like to see a rebuttal from a flat earther person. I believe that if you start on the west and go and walk north, you're gonna go straight north. I don't believe if you start west and start going northeast, you're not gonna run into the North Pole. So I hope this, video helped somebody today, gave somebody something to think about, and ponder. We always pondering, we always growing. If you did find this video informational, entertaining, educational, just please, man, like it and subscribe, because I got my GoPro now, so I'm about to release. I'm just about to keep releasing until I get extremely comfortable. Then I'm gonna keep moving into more advanced information. But thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see y'all in the next one.